Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. GF cheated with coworker and sold me out at work. My GF of about 1 year, 23F, and I, 24M, started working at the same company. I felt bullied and didn't understand some things, was in Asia, I'm from Europe. I felt down and she noticed. After about 3 to 5 weeks at the company she starts to flirt with our boss, going on trips outside the city, sexting, kissing etc. He has a GF already since 4+ years. I know the people who told me are trying to reach her, I don't know her. I find out, she denies and then she explains to me that it was because of me not being a professional and that she got tired of helping me and that I didn't try hard enough. She did help me culturally etc., but I also had to pick up her work since she was too slow. The two of them had also discussed me, saying that I was weak, pathetic etc. She seemed to have been driven to portray me badly to him even when she knew I was down. A close friend of mine nearly died during this time as well. She also asked me about things personal and professional and would then go straight to him with it and make fun of any worries I had. When I asked her about professional matters she would yell at me for abusing the relationship. I honestly have no idea what to think. She says that she needs someone she can trust. She would always ask me who I would see if I went out and she didn't like when I did either, so I started to avoid it. She also made me stop wearing tank tops when running or at the gym, not being personal with coworkers etc. And then cheats with a guy she says only cares about himself. He wasn't better looking, had not even close to the money, just a higher title and was more aggressive. I'm a very calm person when it comes to anger, try to control it. The absolutely most shitty thing is that I still miss her, broke it up, and can't seem to see how bad this behavior is. What the actual is wrong with me? Even my close friends etc. state that she must be a psycho somehow, but my brain just won't accept it because she has gone from angel to demon and I blame myself that it happened, like I could have done more. Edit. Huge thank you to all who have commented so far, both harsher and softer. Given that my reality has been so FKD with, I really needed this input and support. WTF, please leave her. I have, but I still miss her, which is ducking crazy, I do realize, but just can't shake. She's poison. Do you like poison? People have irrational emotions. Just because one can get away from them does not mean one does not still have feelings for them. I guess I'm just seeing the good sides still and honestly just feel sad for her, which makes me want to help her, which I just realized is the cliche of toxic attraction. She's poison, it's your call whether or not to keep drinking it. True, just need to realize. Thank you. Well, don't be, because by the time karma bites her in the butt she'll suddenly remember you and try to suck up to you to be her friend, which you shouldn't do. You need to stop being selfless because that could be a weakness as well. Sorry for her harsh words, but you need a little push. There is no helping her. She made her bed, now she's gonna lie in it when your boss eventually screws her over. Karma. Absolutely, I somehow know that karma will hit because she wanted things that he would never want in life etc., like moving to Europe. It just feels as if karma is so far away. Both get to keep their jobs, his GF probably won't find out and they can keep their thing going. I walk away a total loser it feels like, but learned not to just support blindly. It just baffles me how we could be that compatible, but she lost all logics with this dude. Because he was aggro? Or because she wanted to get ahead at work? His title? And in that go, she didn't even blink to consider how it might hurt me. Just duck. If possible, find a different job so you don't have to see her every day. What you are feeling is what everyone feels while going through a breakup. It takes time, but you will get through. You will miss her until you don't. You will heal and she will be a distant figure in your rear view mirror. Start working on yourself, and reach for your goals. A weak person wallows, and you are not weak, just hurting. What the actual is wrong with me? What is wrong with you is that you're being absolutely stupid. If you like the way things are going, stay and stop whining. Yeah, slowly understanding that. The first mistake was to work in a company with your girlfriend. You never do that. That's bad to begin with. A recipe for disaster. What you need to do is move on. Go find another job somewhere else. Focus on yourself. Improve yourself. Not because she is right, but because you owe it to yourself. Duck that bitch. She'll get what's coming to her. Trust me, you don't want your thoughts dominated by her. I hope you pull through this, my friend. Really appreciate the support. I'm getting better compared to before, but still she somehow occupies my mind. This was about 5 months ago. Can I ask, when you say not working with your GF, is that mainly because if things go wrong then you have issues at work or something else? Because this honestly haunts the hell out of me. Had I taken another job, then this might never have happened. That also. But honestly, being with someone 24 hours a day isn't really a healthy idea. Fair, saw it as something positive as we would be working long hours and could rarely see each other during work days as we didn't live together. Think about the expression, don't poop where you eat. This expression is exactly for these cases. However, UXGF took it even further, but think from another point of view. You are lucky, because you discovered what kind of person she is before you invested even more time and money into that relationship. She wasn't supporting you, which the basic thing in a relationship. Also, as someone mentioned, her relationship will explode her in the face. But still, it's better to not be there when it will explode. This is something I have to detach from. Because she would be supportive in many ways, but now it only seems like she was that for her own gain, fakingly to keep me, or some other reason. Because you don't give up on your partner that fast, and the things she did after were just horrific. Think of all the reasons why you love her. Make a list and then reflect on them. Don't try to justify her actions by undermining yourself. In due time, the list will grow smaller, insignificant and stupid. You can stop taking an addictive drug, but your body still wants it. After time this goes away. Maybe this is a weak analogy, but it's like this. Stay the course, it gets better. Replace old toxic memories of your ex with new fun memories. Make new friends, do stuff, meditate, learn about you and why you make the decisions you make. Counseling helps many. Good luck, don't look back. Yes, people keep telling me that it will take time, and I suppose they are right. I got pushed a long way down while working there, by co-workers, and in the end my ex too. Have started seeing a counselor as something is clearly wrong when I can't realize how bad this behavior is. Would most likely still take her back had she come back, and I would still be in Asia. Good thing you got out of Asia, Eastern Asia, I assume, and back home. Just make sure you don't carry the hurt over to your next relationship. Yeah, it was in Hong Kong. Which is a bit sad because I really enjoyed living there, but after this it felt as if I just had to leave, partially because of what happened but also because I would have forgiven her. There were few things I wouldn't have, but since my family and friends knew I couldn't, or they would have turned their backs on me and defo her, since they would see me as truly lost in that case and nothing they could do. I don't get it. You say you know it was bad. Admit you can't stay away. You see she is toxic. Get some balls and move on. Best way to get over it is to find someone new. And don't bring up this other bitch to the new girl. Because it sounds like you will. Just get out there. Be confident, good-looking guy with decent money. I'm seeing a lot of open doors here. Exactly, which tells me I need to keep seeing a therapist so I can sort this out. So far it seems as if I have been the target of a narcissist/pathological liar who seems to have gaslighted me for some time, so my reality is truly FKD up. Won't bring up to anyone new, that kind stuff isn't my thing, even though I get where you are coming from. Can already see this hampering my dating for a while, trust issues deluxe. Don't waste time, energy, or nerves. Find another girl that would make you happy and forget about this one. Yeah, people keep telling me this and somehow I know they are right, but I still want her. This is ducked up, I do realize, but I can't understand why I don't just drop her given the way she was in the end. I guess you are not on a deserted island or the last two people on the planet. Just forget about her, as there is just pain that you will experience in such a relationship. Also, don't force things, give yourself some time and space, and there will be another girl in your life when time comes. And if the next one is not what you want, there will be the next one. Get some spine in your back, man. No, that's true, trying to make time go by and put everything back in its place. Others tell me the same thing about straighten up, move forward, and she is not worth this, come back man, and I guess I'm getting there, but she got me to really blame myself for it all. It made me realize I probably need to sort out something inside myself as well, since no person should treat others like she did and that person accepts it. You need therapy so that you could detach yourself from that toxic witch. Doing so as we speak. Realized I'm a bit lost in the head. I totally get why you still miss her. You were in a real relationship. At least as far as you're concerned. You genuinely cared for her. There is nothing wrong with you at all. Yeah, this is very true, and she made me believe she did as well, which she may or may never have, I will never know. I just hate that everyone immediately says, dude, are you okay? This is the craziest shit I have heard, but me? I'm all like, it's not that bad, right? I could have done more to fix it and she would have been fine. I wish all men were like you. It looks like she wasted a good relationship with someone who truly cared for her. I appreciate the kind words, but honestly I sometimes wish I wasn't. Events like these remind me that the world is full of harsh people, from coworkers that bully you to girlfriends that cheat. I always try to be kind, but it usually ends up being abused. I should have said that me wearing something is not a problem. I should have said that hiding texting with an ex, who she said extorted her, is wrong, but I trusted her. Being kind is sometimes just so ducking difficult, even if it's the right thing. Think I, 24 meters, might have been abused by my ex. GF, 23F high, just came out of a relationship of about 1 year with a girl from Hong Kong, him from Northern Europe. We studied together, lived abroad together, and eventually worked together. Afterwards, I have come to understand that this relationship was toxic, but I also feel very confused about it, as for a lot of the things they didn't really matter to me at the time, fairly unbothered by stuff like this, the demands, not the cheating, etc. OFC. I'm always a happy guy and bolster people to action, etc. Question. I would really like input here on Reddit, as people tell me that the relationship seemed quite abusive, and I want to understand how people view this and why. If someone is from Asia, those insights would be cool, cause maybe this is normal there? To me a lot of these were cute at the time. Info. Before we dated, she would text me stuff like thinking about you, order food to my place if she heard that I didn't have any, etc. We met and she was really loving, going a tad far maybe by buying contacts that would match my color too. Later she would also speak a lot about how she wanted to move to the Nordics and live together, etc. She would be jealous, saying things like, all girls around me were out to break us up, steal me. Would check which girls I followed on IG, etc. Were not allowed to wear tank tops in the gym cause too hot. Not allowed to have a female language teacher. Not allowed to talk to, help, or otherwise really engage with other girls. Not talk Japanese, I know some, with a female coworker. Not dress too hot. Not tell personal things to other people, coworkers. Not be nice to other girls. Didn't like me having female friends. Asked where, who and what I would go, meet, do if I went out. Also how long. If I didn't answer within say 30 minutes she would call and be somewhat annoyed. If I didn't pick up, very annoyed. She would tell me what I should, could what, and if I didn't listen she would be annoyed. Tell me I was either too big or too small at times. Asked me to wait for her outside the shower when she showered because she was afraid. Not leave the bed without waking her, and if I left she had to be able to see me. Thought that girls on my camera roll were all hookups. Thought I had a girl in Japan still just because I had lived there and gone on a date. Said apologies don't matter and that discussion was pointless, kind of. Stuff like that in short. Fast forward. At the office she once said that I had tried to FK her over by reading something that she had made. When I did, I stated that she had written it and I liked it, but she said I had to ask her first. Later she said it was okay and that she still loved me. Apologized before that as much as I could. After about 3 weeks she started to flirt with our boss, who has a GF, as aggressively as she had with me. She talked shit about me, would ask me how I felt and then tell him all about it, ask me what others in the office were doing. If I did, she said that I abused the relationship. When I found out, she barely apologized, said it was my fault for being unprofessional and having tried to FK her over as mentioned above. Then she only seemed to care if I would tell the superiors and asked me to be professional about it. Additional info. She wrote with this one guy every 3 weeks-ish that she had hooked up with once. When I found out, she said that he extorted her. I also know that she had borrowed $2K from him that she barely could pay back. Don't know why she borrowed it, she denied it. Said she had an easy time reading people. Would always throw herself at me when we met, which felt good. Also cooked and all that. Pampering sort of. Told me she loved me all the time, etc. She said she needed a guy she could trust, was kind and honest, but went for a guy that would cheat, didn't have as much money, looks or stuff either. He was more aggro to, and she said he only cared about himself. Was into light kink. The more aggro I was in the bedroom, the better to some extent. TL, Dr. Ex-Asian GF seems to have been very abusive, but I found it cute at times. Ended up cheating with our boss. I grew up in the US, but I'm ethnically Asian. To me, this whole relationship sounds toxic, and she also sounds very controlling. Her actions screamed, "I don't trust you." She sounds very insecure. It seems that her distrust in you was also a reflection of herself, especially since she ended up being the one to cheat on you. I'm sorry, I also don't really find a lot of this cute. Skeptical. If my partner was like this, it would drive me insane. It would bother me because this would restrict any freedom I'd want to have, and that in itself it's manipulative and controlling. Appreciate your comment. Yeah, I can defo see why. The cute thing for me was that she wouldn't really sound mad but cute when she said it, so I always thought it was playful, but then later she became more stern about it. Skeptical. I was thinking that maybe it was a cultural difference, but the more I hear, the more I doubt. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.